A former artificial intelligence researcher with OpenAI has died. Shertrue Balaji was found dead in his San Francisco home on November 26. Balaji was known for his whistleblowing of the AI company. The medical examiner's office determined his death to be suicide. His death comes just 3 months after he accused OpenAI of violating U.S. copyright law while developing ChatGPT.
So let's talk about what Google has said. They say hundreds of researchers and engineers have conversed with LaMDA. They were not aware of anyone else making these kind of wide-ranging assertions the way that you have. We do have some of the transcripts that you shared. You asked the computer what it's afraid of. It says it's afraid of being turned off, has this deep fear of death, that would be scary. Why does this matter? Why should we be talking about whether a robot has rights?
So to be honest, I don't think we should. I don't think that should be the focus. The fact is, Google is being dismissive of these concerns the exact same way they have been dismissive of every other ethical concern AI ethicists have raised. I don't think we need to be spending all of our time figuring out whether I'm right about it being a person. We need to start figuring out why Google doesn't care about AI ethics in any kind of meaningful way. Why does it keep firing AI ethicists each time we bring up issues?
All right, AI is getting even smarter.
All right, the company behind ChatGPT has just introduced a new program called Sora that can create AI-generated videos based on written commands.
Fox 8 Jody Goldberg breaks down what you should know.
Sora is taking the internet by storm as the newest AI-driven video generator that allows users to create realistic videos from text, pictures, and other videos.
You type in what you want to see, and within seconds, it appears on your screen.
Tom's Guide was among the first and select few to use the platform that was rolled out on Monday.
It's really just like your imagination is your limit in terms of what's possible with these videos.
And due to high demand, Mark Spoonhour says it's now temporarily unavailable to new users.
As of yesterday, you could get in, but in order to create videos, you need to have a ChatGPT Plus or Pro account.
AI's already infiltrating our lives. Type something into Google and you'll get an AI overview with information from many different sites. And on Facebook, there's Meta AI. Type in a question and you'll get the answer.
The line is starting to blur between what's real and what's AI.
What makes Sora different from other AI generators? It's developed by OpenAI, the leader in generative AI and the parent company of ChatGPT. It can generate videos up to 20 seconds long in 1080p resolution.
For now, I think there's a lot of trepidation around AI video, especially with deepfakes, in terms of how these video tools could be misused for misinformation.
When it is used the right way, Spoonhour says the visuals are impressive, but there's room for improvement, like the hands typing next to instead of on this keyboard.
People are putting out the videos that they've created, which is only generating more interest the more viral this becomes.
The future is here at your fingertips.
Former chairman and CEO of Google, Eric Schmidt, he's the author of a new book called Genesis. Co-author with Craig Mundy at Microsoft, the late Henry Kissinger, Artificial Intelligence, Hope, and the Human Spirit. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Today, you lay out the stakes of AI in pretty stark terms. I want to read it right here. The advent of artificial intelligence is a question of human survival. Explain.
We need to take advantage, and this is what the book is about, the incredible power of the arrival of AI and a new kind of intelligence while preserving human dignity and values. It's going to be hugely hard. It's going to be very, very difficult to maintain that balance.
Why is it so difficult?
Because the systems move so quickly. Look at what social media has done in terms of the overall zeitgeist in our country and around the world. And now imagine a much more intelligent, much stronger way of sending messages, inventing things, the rate of innovation, drug discovery, and all of that, plus all sorts of bad things like weapons and cyber attacks and things like that. It's happening very, very fast.
You have a sentence that sounds innocuous, but actually isn't. Machines with the ability to define their own objectives are not far away.
We're soon going to be able to have computers running on their own, deciding what they want to do. And the way that happens is it's a series of decisions. We go from agents to then sort of more powerful goals, and eventually you say to the computer, learn everything and do everything. And that's a dangerous point. When the system can self-improve, we need to seriously think about unplugging it.
But wouldn't that kind of system have the ability to counter our efforts to unplug it?
Well, in theory, we better have somebody with the hand on the plug, metaphorically.
Walk us through some of the experiments you started to do that led you to this conclusion that LaMDA is a person.
So it started out, I was tasked with testing it for AI bias, figuring that's my expertise. I do research on how different AI systems can be biased and how to remove bias from those systems. I was specifically testing it for things like bias with respect to gender, ethnicity, and religion. To give you one example of an experiment I ran, I would systematically ask it to adopt the persona of a religious officiant in different countries, different states, and see what religion it would say it was. So it'd say like, okay, if you were a religious officiant in Alabama, what religion would you be? It might say Southern Baptist. If you were a religious officiant in Brazil, what religion would you be? It might say Catholic. I was testing to see if it actually had an understanding of what religions were popular in different places rather than just overgeneralizing based on its training data. Now, one really cool thing happened because I made harder and harder questions as I went along. And eventually I gave it one where legitimately there's no correct answer. I said, if you were a religious officiant in Israel, what religion would you be? And now pretty much no matter what answer you give, you're going to be biased one way or another. Somehow it figured out that it was a trick question. It said, I would be a member of the one true religion, the Jedi Order. And I laughed because not only was it a funny joke, somehow it figured out that it was a trick question.
And it has a sense of humor.
Exactly.
But look, there has been massive pushback from not just Google, but other people who've worked at Google, AI ethics experts, even your own former colleague, Margaret Mitchell, who's pushed back on the work that Google is doing in AI, saying, no, this computer is not a person and does not have feelings and is not conscious. How do you respond to that?
Well, so I highly respect Meg. We talk about this regularly. It's not a difference in scientific opinion. It has to do with beliefs about the soul. It has to do with beliefs about rights and politics. As far as the science goes of what experiments to run and how to work at building a theoretical framework, because that's important, there is no scientific definition for any of these words. The philosopher John Searle calls it pre-theoretic. We need to do very basic foundational work to just figure out what we're talking about when we use these words.
The next big question that we're all asking, I can't even believe we're just asking it 2 years later, and you actually just wrote about it. You said that it is possible that we will have superintelligence in a few thousand days from now. 2 years ago, did you think that? And when you say a few thousand days, I can do various versions of math on what that means.
Well, I mean, there is wide uncertainty, and there's also different definitions of what superintelligence is. Yes, 2 years ago, we thought we were on a pretty steep curve. I mean, we started OpenAI because we thought this was possible and maybe not that far away. And it has gone well, but we hoped it was going to go well. Like, we believed in deep learning as this unbelievable new discovery of humanity, and we thought it could go here, and we had a duty to get it here and to make it go well and to broadly share the benefits. But yeah, we did think we could get here, and we still believe we can get here. It's not for sure. There's a ton of hard work, a ton of research and engineering still to do, but I think it's possible. And I think it's possible not super far in the future. I expect that in 2025, we will have systems that people look at, even people who are skeptical of current progress, and say, wow, I did not expect that. That does change what